This is the South Pacific Adventist News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. The Australian host of the Adventist DVD series The Search, Jeff Yulden, has recently returned from an evangelistic campaign in Wałbrzych, Poland. The campaign ran for 2 weeks and 20 people were converted. Pastor Yulden also held meetings with pastors each morning on how to use the Search DVD series, which has now been dubbed into Polish. The Search has been the best evangelistic tool ever made by the church in Australia for use by church members. The series is so well accepted that the church leaders in the South Pacific have just agreed to spend $280,000 to have it remade. The original series was released 10 years ago. The first female youth director of the Adventist Church in Australia has just been appointed in Victoria. Moy Yawani is only 31 years old and was born in Samoa. Moy will be caring for more than 1,000 Adventist youth throughout Victoria, although most live in the capital, Melbourne, and its suburbs. Moy studied theology at the church-owned tertiary institution Avondale College and is currently a pastor at the Dandenong and Leongatha churches.
I'm passionate about ministry and actually seeing people live out their potentials in respect to God and where God fits into their life and living that to the full.
She is passionate about praise and worship and encouraging youth to accept Jesus as an integral part of their lives. Adventists joined other church groups, schools and community groups to finish handwriting the Bible in Parkes, New South Wales. The Bible has just been bound and the wooden covers were decorated by Adventist church member Marilyn Trim. Hundreds of residents used 40 different English versions as well as 18 foreign languages. The 30-centimetre thick Bible will be given to the Parkes Shire Library as a community gift. 400 children's leaders from across Papua New Guinea travelled to Lae recently to learn how to help children share their faith. 14 presenters from the church's headquarters in Lae and Wahroonga, New South Wales, ran 168 workshops over 6 days. Participants enjoyed praise and worship and learned that if you tell a child, you tell the world. 8 of the participants received awards for having given 20 years or more of service each to children in Papua New Guinea. 2 Adventist schools will close down at the end of this school year in Australia. One school is in Darwin, Northern Territory, which has been operating for over 30 years. The other school is in Warburton, Victoria, which opened over 100 years ago, back in 1906. The principals of both schools are disappointed that their schools have had to close due to falling enrolments and increasing expenses. Despite the closure of these 2 schools, enrolments in Australian Adventist schools have grown by over 10% in the past 12 months. There are now 11,000 students currently attending 57 Adventist schools across Australia. The Adventist Church operates the largest Protestant Christian school system in the world. And in brief, New Zealand churches may be forced to close Sunday schools and Sabbath schools because they are not licensed as early childhood education centres. The new Education Minister wants all education centres with 3 or more children less than 6 years of age to be licensed. This could become a problem for smaller churches, which would have to find additional funds to put curriculum and additional facilities into place. 40 volunteers from the Adventist Church in Kellyville, New South Wales, will go to Cambodia next month. They will construct an orphanage at a children's home in northeastern Cambodia. They have raised over $50,000 so far for materials and travel expenses. Churches in the Gippsland area of eastern Victoria have installed 90 satellite dishes in the community this year. More than 75% are on homes that are not Adventist. And in this week's record, there are more details about the election of the new President and General Secretary for the South Pacific. That's the news. I'm David Gibbons.